Okay, so let's get started. I promised you last time that we're going to take a business idea from paper to real life. Before we do that, in this video, I'm going to tell you how to plan. If you don't believe in planning, that's all fine. But I do. And I want to show you how businesses make money because that's what's important to me. I want to find out a business that makes money because my goal is financial freedom so that I can spend more time with my family. You with me? Watch till the end and you'll find out what tool I'm using. Let's look at the software that I'm using. I'm using Geru. I'm going to create a new project and I'm going to call it Business Community, which is all about helping entrepreneurs prosper. Now, I like this software because it not only helps me visualize the steps that I need to take, but it also provides me an opportunity to understand how much money can I make. So we're going to see, you're watching a YouTube video, and we're going to see if 1,000 people every month come to my website, how much money can I be making if I'm selling, let's say, consulting services. So here we are. Our entry point is going to be YouTube. Our monthly visitors is going to be 1,000. It's not going to cost us anything, but this software provides you reference rates as to how much you would usually cost. It would cost you per click if you were advertising on different platforms. But for this time, we're just going to assume that people watching the video are so interested that they want to come to my website. So this is done. Next, we're going to go to what will be our last point. So this is the thank you page. This is what customers see or clients see when they actually make a purchase. Now note, no one actually gets from the YouTube video to the thank you page. There's a bunch of steps in between. Let's think about what those steps are. I have a website. I am interested in people coming to my website so they can learn more about me and how the community works and how we can help each other and what they can expect out of my services. Because this is the easiest way to introduce myself. So step number one is going to be a content page. I'll call it my website. Geru allows you to drag onto this page many different steps along the path of purchase. And you can have a webinar, you can have an opt-in form, a survey. But for me, I'm going to have them land on my page. Some of them are going to be so curious about my content that they will want to sign up for my newsletter. And some will want to immediately take advantage of what I'm offering. So for this, I need to add a product. What am I selling? Well, I'm selling private consultations to help those who are running their business or about to run their business understand the technology and automation behind it. What tools can you use? Let's say it's an hour consult. It costs $150. Now you can set a refund rate. You can set a cost. But in my case, this is an investment that I'm not going to refund people for because if they did take up my 1 hour, I'm going to charge them for it and don't have any cost associated with it. So they go there to the opt-in page, perhaps signing up to my newsletter or just clicking contact me. And then some of them might want to buy an additional package. So that package, in this case, we're going to keep it simple. It's the same consulting service. So again, content page is my website. Let's actually define it. And there is a call to action button. In other words, something that people want to click. And about 2% of the people are going to click that button. Okay, so those 2% of people will get to this opt-in page and they will see it, but not everyone is going to fill this out. There's only a certain percentage of people who are actually going to take the time to fill it out because people sometimes get nervous. Okay, so just for everyone who's keeping track, first we're leading people to the website and making it relevant. Then having those curious sign up for a newsletter. And in some instances, people will be ready to buy, which means after the opt-in page, they will land on a sales page, enter their credit card information, and complete the purchase. So let's break those steps down again. Leading the people to the website and making sure that the website is relevant. Those who are curious are going to sign up for the newsletter, and some people will be ready to buy the consulting services right off the bat. Not everyone is going to be ready though, so we have to account for that. The conversion rate is going to be relatively low. And I don't know what it's going to be because we've never done it before. Geru provides you industry averages. So if you don't know, if you don't have your own stats, then you don't have to guess. Let's say it's 375. Okay, 3.75% are actually going to convert to the sales page. And when people land on the sales page, some immediately continue, some start rethinking. So what is the sales conversion? Again, I don't have my numbers, so I'm going to use this average of 5%. So you see how the people who landed on your website are going to be going through this process, and let's say assume 100% buy them, and out of that 1,000 people a month, how much money am I going to make? And here's where Geru really shines. On the right-hand side, you see your product, you see your expenses, because you will have to pay, let's say, Stripe or PayPal for processing your payments. And it looks like we're only making $150 a month in revenue and $145 after paying all the fees. That is not a lot, even if we have 1,000 people landing on the content page. So there are a couple of things that you can do. One of them is increase the number of sources that are feeding traffic to the page. And we're not going to talk right now about what happens to those people who don't subscribe, who do not visit, because we're going to touch on retargeting, email marketing campaigns a little later, just not to overwhelm anyone. Let's pretend there's a second traffic source, because I have my Twitter channel at business_solo. And that is also very successful, and I am able to interest people enough so that they come to my website. How many? For the sake of argument, let's say it's 1,000 people a month. That is a lot. I'll have to say, for anyone starting out, if you haven't been doing this, this is a lot. But at the same time, since we already have a sales page which talks about the consulting services that I am offering, why not advertise? I'm going to advertise on Bing ads because it's much cheaper still than advertising on Google. So being a new business, I'm going to conserve funds. I'm going to go with Bing ads, and I'm going to use that as a traffic source that's going to lead people straight to the sales page, so that if they're interested in what they discovered in Bing, they immediately get the offer. And let's imagine that's only going to be 500 visitors. Now they're going to be paying per click, and I know what the average cost is. Let's say it's $1.54. Okay, great. So now we have 3 entry sources leading to different pages on a website, all with the one singular purpose: sell consulting services, which is an hourly consultation. Okay, is this done? Done. Now let's simulate this scenario. Now we have more expenses here because we're paying for the ads on Bing, but you can see we're way closer to the goal. Now we're making $4,000 a month with net after all expenses of about $3,154. Then next, let's put this into action. I'm going to make this live. Okay, there you have it. We have our plan on paper. Next time, I am going to put that plan into reality by showing you how I'm going to use my WordPress website to set up all of those steps. And we're going to set up some Bing ads to make sure that this works. Now, I don't anticipate that I will have 1,000 people from YouTube coming and visiting my website. I also do not anticipate that I'm going to have 1,000 people coming from Twitter. I am still young in the social business space, and I don't have that big of a following. But the beauty of online business is this will live on forever. And those numbers and stats will increase. And then I have a couple more tricks up my sleeve to make sure that I get additional revenue. So we're going to build on that plan that we've developed right now and see how to make it happen. And along the way, I will share with you all of the tools and the how-tos of making that happen. So if you follow along, you will be able to see how this all comes together. And with your help, I'm hoping that I'm going to get a sale or maybe 2, or maybe 1,000. And then do ask me questions in the comments. Do suggest additional material that you want to have covered. Or if you have specifics about the business that you're in, hey, let's have a discussion. Anyway, till next time, when we get our hands dirty and actually make a picture on the page a reality online. Take care.